I'm sick of the speech about how important it is to support, and you won't even pick up a business card. I want, anyway. Monetary, sure, that's great. But I need, at the very least, for you to pick up a business card. If you're going to spend the next 5-10 minutes talking to me about how important supporting Black indie anything. Which reminds me, it's a slight tangent, about the Kickstarter going on right now with Epiphany Engine. Everybody and their mama talks, this is August of last year, I'm pretty sure. You know, everybody, oh, it's so important, this is going to be a massive thing, yada, yada, yada. And it's not funded yet. I'm sorry. Every creator is in too many groups. We know of too many groups that have more than enough members that if $1 from every last one of these joints, it'd be fun.
You're not wrong.
It would be fun. And of course you're going to want to book.
The loudest people do the least amount of work towards making things better.
Right. But obviously you're going to want to book, at least get the digital, which means not even everybody now has to donate $1. You chop that number tremendously when somebody says, I'll get a digital or I'll get an actual physical.
Right.
But it's not funded yet. And, you know, me and Buddy was talking about that earlier, and it was just like, in regards to Kickstarter numbers, it's in an okay spot.
Yeah.
But for what this project is...
For how much people was talking about,
how much
they wanted to happen...
Unacceptable. So, like I told him, I was like, I'll go ahead and get all the breakdowns out and record it and going so that, at the very least, we can be doing our part. Right. We can do more. Like, besides the sharing that we've already done, now it's like, hey, here's all the breakdowns and all the interviews and all the characters that's going to be inside the Epiphany Engine. Here's what we're going to do. But if we want Black indie comic books to succeed,
and we're going to talk loud and heavy about how much it's something that everybody needs to be focusing on.
Money where our mouth is. I am sick of the talk.
Because we supported that Kickstarter day one.
Day one. Our characters in it spent $200. I got 3 copies of the book. We got three copies of the book. Right? I'm like, I want this cover, I want that cover, and I want the hardcover. Boom. Right. Done.
Boom.
Done.
Do want more? Yeah.
Do I want more?
I got so much money. Actually.
I mean, there's only so much money that I can spend, but I'm gonna do it. Just like every time we see, like anytime we go to a convention, we buy Black. I don't care if I know you or not. We went to Broken Comic Con.
Unless I know you and I don't like you, and that's different. But
well, that's different. But regardless, it's just like I was like, I don't know anybody from the Man on the Moon, but you know what? I'm gonna go buy your stuff. Right. Here you go. Boom, 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 boom. That whole row. I said, bam. Everybody else, we had their stuff already.
Which we always do. We do every time. We be back Kickstarters till we broke.
Right. Even when we broke, we were unemployed.
With no money.
No money. We said, that looks fire. We made that.
But you know, when you have no money, you can only do so much because you're not going to be able to get the money in time for every single Kickstarter. That's why there's some we still didn't end up, either we didn't back because we're like, all right. There was 2. Or we backed, but then we didn't have the money by the time it was over. It's like
there was 2 that happened with.
You're right.
I think it was Royal Oak was one that literally we had $0 in the bank account.
No, I don't think it was Royal Oak.
It was because it was Valkyrie. It was Valkyrie. We backed it. What is the name of the manga?
Oh, and then the other one, Who's Bad? That's the one we ended up not being able to do.
Yes.
Which sucks. I really wanted that one.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yes, but I'm pretty sure that's them too.
It is. That's what I'm saying. That was the other campaign. That was their campaign that we missed. It was the Who's Bad campaign.
Got you. I was
Go on. Loving this. This is the podcast at this point.
Okay. But yeah, we got to put our money where our mouth is. I'm so sick of the phonies.
Yeah.
I'm sick of the phonies.
There's so much phony in the space when all we can do, we can just all come together, support each other like we keep talking about.
Right. So
let's do it. We want this stuff to happen.
Right.
We are all trying to do it. We all have different stories. There's no reason we shouldn't all be circulating in the same. There's no reason we shouldn't, like we always say, we believe wholeheartedly in nepotism. There's no reason we shouldn't be doing this big. Every time someone new enters the space, somebody already in the space should be taking them up under their wing, helping them grow, and then releasing them so that they can do it next.
Right.
That's how it should be right now.
Right.
Unless that person's problematic, It's like I'd be saying, it's like we'd be like, I'm rooting for everybody Black, or I just want everybody to win. We was talking about the other day. It's like, no. I'm changing that. Nah. I want everybody genuine to win. The rest of y'all, nah. Anti-black folk, nah.
But right.
Coons, nah.
Obviously, this Kickstarter is not one that we're running.
No,
right?
But it's one that we're backing and
but
supporting.
It's one that,
sharing.
Right.
One that's needed.
Absolutely.
One that people need to be talking about.
And
everywhere.
I keep joking about it with you. But I think subconsciously I truly believe that this is a test of the viability of Black indie comic books.
Yeah.
If the community that we are trying to serve doesn't back it, then who cares?
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, we know we care. We know there will be people out there who do care, but you know who will hold it against us to say who cares. That's why we don't need this. We all know what the answer to that question is. Not.
So this has to fund. We can't be on the last 5 days. We can't even be. I don't even think we can be in the last 10 days
and not be funded
with Epiphany Engine. Because
honestly,
again,
I felt like the momentum should have been to the point where at this point, where we're now day 3, we should be halfway.
But we're at 14 right now.
No reason we shouldn't be halfway.
Day 1 was about 9,500.
Yeah, we almost
and then it trickled into 10,000 first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
and then it only went to 12,000 and some change on yesterday, and now it's only at 14 today. No. Not on a Friday at that.
Right, Friday. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, but this momentum really should be going a lot more.
But again, we don't know behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on with that. But again, with all of the names involved, with all of us involved, there should be obviously, obviously no. With everybody involved, we should be killing it right now.
We should.
Between all of our audiences, all of our Kickstarters and mailing lists, I should see nothing but an influx of at least Kickstarter messages of people saying, hey, thank you guys for backing my stuff in the past, but
I need you to back this. Here's the link.
We need you, our characters in this, here's the link, back this project. This is the biggest thing, the biggest Black indie comic book convention, crossover ever, or if you even want to say in modern day, whatever the case is, however you want to count milestone, whatever like that. But this is the biggest one ever. Over 40 publishers, easily over 100 characters. This is the most important movement and push.
Did that shout out on our Kickstarter list. We did that shout out on our mailing list. We've got multiple posts going out
in our groups, in our actual page. Everything.
Which you just reminded me, and that's on me because I told you I would do it. I forgot to go in the indie breakdown group and say, hey, if you are part of the Epiphany Engine, you are allowed to do promotion all week long for the rest of the month until the campaign is over. I completely forgot.
You know what?
I will make sure I do that when we get to the house.
Throughout the course of the rest of the Epiphany Engine, what we need to do is specifically, I want to know every character that's a part of Epiphany Engine, and I want them in versus matches the whole rest of the campaign.
I mean, honestly, that's definitely something we should be doing.
That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. Yeah. So, henceforth, I don't know when this is being posted, but henceforth, for the rest of this month,
you didn't even know I was recording you until 2 minutes ago. So
right, so it's happening. So, but yeah,
impromptu podcast.
Right, midnight snack. Chew on it.
Chew on that. Hey, that's how we go out every.
No,
that's how we go out.
Cordy. That's so cordy.
And that's so you.
It's too cordy. It's too cordy.
For you, no. I've heard you say worse.
You've heard me say worse.
I've heard you say worse.
Whatever.
Like the thing you used to say to me that you can't remember that I won't remind you of.
Anyway. But yeah, anyway, put your money where your mouth is. I'm sick of the phoniness. Let's actually do what we said we're going to do.
I wish we could all why can't we all just get along and support each other?
Because individualism.
And stop trying to raise people above each other. Stop trying to feel like we're better than other people for no reason. Stop trying to feel like people are trying to do things to us for no reason. We are all in this space just trying to do and trying to live. And trying to make a living.
Right. Trying to make a living and trying to make a difference.
The missions may differ slightly. The wording may be different a little bit. Some of us actually have mission statements. But we're all trying to do the same thing. Yep. We want to tell good stories. And we want to see Black characters.
So let's all win together. Please.
And chew on that.
Oh my God, it's so corny.
It was, but it was a great outro, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
That was a great way to end that sentence, wasn't it? And chew on that. Boom.
Midnight snack. It's bad.
Now he's trying to drop bars. You should have entered the cipher contest. That would have been hilarious.